G'day mates, this is Jordan here with PokeFuel. We help you fuel your obsession with Pokemon, and today we're going to be talking about Champion's Path. Now I wanted to do this video because I've had a lot of thoughts and ideas and opinions about Champion's Path. It came out this last Friday, Friday the 25th of September, and I've had the opportunity of opening quite a few cards with my wife. We've opened about 150 packs in total. That's through pre-orders, be able to pick some up at multiple stores. And I just want to share my thoughts on the set, what the future holds for this set, why prices are so high over MSRP right now, and what it's been like opening this set and what kind of pulls that we've gotten, and my idea or my thoughts on these pulls and the prices right now. So let's start out with talking about what it was like opening these cards. All right, now these cards are really, really amazing. Now, I wouldn't say that they are as good as Hidden Fates because Hidden Fates has a shiny subset in them. And I've noticed that in the set itself, really the only cards that you want to be opening is the last card of the pack, right? So when you do, well, the rare card in the pack, right? So what I've noticed is much like Hidden Fates, when I've opened Hidden Fates or when you've opened it, a lot of times you get so many repeats of common and uncommon cards that all you're doing is opening packs to look for that, second and last slot of the rare slot where you can potentially get a hit. It's the same thing with Champion's Path. If not, it makes it feel worse. What I've noticed with Champion's Path, like I said, is opening that set, the common uncommons, there's just so many of similar cards because it's such a small set. It's only got 73 cards in it, and it's just such a tiny set. So, or 79 cards, something like that. Correct if I'm wrong. But because the set's so small, you pull so many of the same cards, even after you go through maybe 10 or 15 packs, and it's a little bit discouraging, I would say, in a way, because it's like it almost loses its enjoyment just from opening those first, 10, 20 packs. And with sets like Cosmic Eclipse, they have like 200 to 250 cards. It's a lot more fun because there's so many more cards that you can pull out of it. So what I've noticed is the chase cards in Champion's Path are a huge factor for this set, as we already know that there's 2 Charizards in it. Everyone's hunting for those Charizards, and they are beautiful artworks. So what I've found just opening, 100, 150 packs is like, you don't even care about the common, uncommon cards anymore, even the reverses, because all you're hunting for is those Charizards, those Rainbow Rares, that gold card, and that's all you're really searching for. So in terms of the depth of the quality of the set and the experience, I'd say it's pretty shallow, other than those really high highs of hitting those crazy good pulls, like those Charizards. So I have one here in my hand. This is a Charizard V. I'll throw up some video or some screenshots of this card. But we were able to pull this just the other night out of 72 packs. There'll be a video on my channel. Go ahead and click the I as well. I'll link it up there of the booster box opening we did. Of around 2 booster, there's no booster box of Champion's Path. We opened 2 booster boxes worth of Champion's Path, and this is one of the cards we pulled. Now we did open around 93 packs last Friday as well. We were able to pull 2 Charizard VMAXs, so I'll also show those on the screen. We were just so, it was so hyped pulling those cards. My wife and I opened the cards together, and it was just such an incredible experience to open those cards and to pull that many Charizards. I could not believe it. So, we're here pulling 2 Rainbow Rare Charizard VMAXs and then 1 Shiny Charizard V as well. And I know that it's not as common as, the cards are to pull. We've only opened 100, 150 packs. I think it's in 1 in every 200, 1 every 250 cards to pull a Charizard. So we've been very, very lucky. And it's been really interesting because I want to go right into talking about these cards when they come out new on eBay and kind of what they sell for. So what we were seeing the release day, and even a couple of days prior to release day, these cards were selling for $2,000, $1,000 each, and this is raw. This isn't even graded. And it was just insanely high prices, much higher than anyone had ever expected or predicted that these prices would be at. And even now, almost a week after the release date, these cards are still going for $500 minimum raw. And it's just crazy to me. how much these cards are going for. And because of this reason, what we decided to do is, even though it had sentimental value and we're trying to collect the whole set, I decided it would be best that we sell the cards that we pulled, because when you are looking to open a lot of packs and you're burning through a lot of money opening these packs, what better way than to recoup some of the money that you spent on these cards? And fortunately for my wife and I, and I'll throw some screenshots up here on the screen in this video where you can see, but we were able to sell the 2 Charizard VMAXs for over $550 each. One nearly sold for $600, and the Charizard V sold for over $500. So we made a total of almost $1,700 just from pulling these 3 Charizards, and we spent roughly a total of about $700 to $800 on Champions Path cards. Like, that is insane. We've made, after eBay fees and shipping, we made a profit of around $800 to $900 just from opening packs and being able to retain all the other cards that we have. Now, that's absolutely ludicrous. Like, I cannot believe that from opening packs, like, it is the dream to open packs, get good pulls, and make a profit on the cards that you pull. And that's what we've been able to do with Champions Path. It's been absolutely insane. So, I want to give my thoughts on this because this is very interesting. Now, a lot of the cards that I listed on eBay, all 3 Charizards that we pulled were all off-center in some way. This Charizard V that I have here next to me, it was really, really badly off-center, but they still sold for over $500. I could not believe it. And it's crazy to me that these Charizards are going for such high prices because a lot of people are keeping this product sealed, right? A lot of people are keeping the product sealed. They're not going to open the ETBs. And then it's super hard to find any of this stuff on the shelves because there's a lot of people coming into the Pokemon market who are investors, or not investors, people who are looking to flip and make money with this Pokemon as their business and selling stuff for over MSRP, which is frustrating to many, many, many people, including some of you watching, because you haven't been able to pick up Champions Path so you can open it. But nevertheless, that's kind of the condition of the Pokemon market right now, is it's so hot that there are people coming in and trying to resell Pokemon products for higher prices. And it's crazy to me because right now, the reason why I decided to sell these Charizards instead of adding them to my set, because I could have had the whole, both Charizards in my set, is because a lot of the pre-orders that have come through for people who've pre-ordered, they weren't delivered on the Friday of release day. They were delivered either next Monday or the Tuesday or the Wednesday next week, like this week. And they haven't been able to open the cards yet. So the supply of these Charizards is so low that I decided that it'd be best to chuck them on a one-day auction and just get them sold because people are wanting this card really, really, really bad. So that was kind of my thinking, my strategy. I was going to send them off to grading, but it just didn't make a whole lot of sense at the time. So now I've kind of shared a bit of my experience opening these packs and, the fact that we made profit. I know that is not a normal thing. I totally understand that's not normal for you to make profit on Pokemon cards, but fortunately it's made profit for us, and now we're able to put more money back into Pokemon cards in different sets that we don't have. So the future of Pokemon cards, especially within Champions Path and Charizard and pulling these Charizards, I don't know what's going to happen with the prices, but I predict that it's going to go down a little bit as the supply keeps coming. More Pokemon, more Charizards keep getting pulled and put on the market. But even then, so many people are keeping Champions Path sealed that it may even keep these Charizard prices quite high. And we haven't really seen yet how much a PSA 10 or a BGS 10 Charizard VMAX or a Charizard Shiny V goes for right now. We don't really know yet. The market hasn't really settled at all. It's just the beginning of what's about to happen with all these different cards. So it's kind of crazy to me that these raw cards that have just come out are selling for over $500. Some are selling for $800, depending on like the what the potential grade might be on the card. So my recommendation is, if you have cards that you pulled from Champions Path, particularly the Charizards, I would sell them now, unless you have a card that you think is going to have a really good chance of getting a BGS 10 or a PSA 10. That's just my opinion. You don't have to take my advice or anything, but if you're able to, if you're someone who wants to continue buying Pokemon cards, it's a smart decision just to sell them right now, and then potentially the market could go down over the next few months. But I also want to say that it may not go down. And wouldn't that be such a crazy thing to see, is a ultra modern set not going down under like $400, $500 for a Charizard card. That would just be insane. So, my feeling in the market, after kind of talking with a lot of people and being a part of a lot of Pokemon communities, is that Champions Path ETB, as you've been hearing, it's the best to keep it sealed, right? It comes with the Charizard V promo that is selling still for $30 or $25 to $35 on eBay, which is insane. And keeping those packs sealed, that can be a long-term investment, something that can increase in value over time. But even, the other collection boxes are selling well over retail too, or being sold for that price, because there's a bunch of people buying them up and trying to resell them. So I think as more of the supply for Champions Path comes out over the next month, especially for Wave 2 in October, I hope that more of you are going to be able to get your hands on some of this Champions Path, because right now, most people haven't really even had the chance to open Champions Path, which obviously is going to affect the supply and demand of certain cards. There's less supply because there aren't as many cards being opened. A lot of these people who are coming in trying to flip these cards, all their products are being sealed. They're not the ones opening the cards. They're trying to resell them to collectors. They're trying to resell them to people who want these cards. So it's just a crazy time. It's a weird time for Pokemon, and it's crazy to see like what's happening right now. But I believe Champions Path is really something that is going to be for the chase cards, just like Burning Shadows was. These chase cards, because there's 2 Charizards, I feel like it can almost have the same weight as like a Burning Shadows, even though Burning Shadows is a lot harder to pull. But the Charizards in this set, I believe, are going to have so much value over the long term. That is my opinion on these cards, because they're just so beautiful. Like if you see these cards in person, you'll be blown away at like how good these cards really look. And I would venture to say that this shiny Charizard V looks better than the Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. Like guaranteed it looks better in my opinion. So, it just depends on what people are gonna, like more than others, what their preference is. But, Champions Path is one of those sets that once you start opening it, you're going to find that you're going to be opening the cards just to pull the rare cards, the ultra rare cards. Because it gets very, very old very quick with a lot of the cards in the set, like commons and uncommons, that have been reprinted from other sets and just put together into this set. It's such a shame, because Champions Path could have been such a much better set if it just had more cards in it that were original, and they really brought the set together with the 2 Charizards, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So hopefully this has been a little bit insightful for you, just sharing my opinion and my thoughts, opening cards, pulling these Charizards, how much I was able to sell them for, making profit. I think, if you can pull a Charizard, like you're going to make profit with the cards you open, unless you've opened, say, over, I'd say 200 packs. Like if you end up opening more than that, then, you might break even. But even then, like you get the experience of opening all the cards, having still every other card except for the Charizard. So that's my personal choice. That's what I've done. But it is a tough set to get. So really appreciate you guys watching this video. If you found value in it, please leave a like. Also consider subscribing if you're new around here. I'm really new at this with this Pokemon stuff, so I'd really appreciate your support and any comments down below on what you think Champions Path has been like for you so far. I'd love to hear some of your experiences, because I'd like to get more of a perspective on what it's been like for you in buying Champions Path, opening Champions Path, not being able to find it. Are you paying over retail? Are you finding it in stores? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are down below and what your experiences have been. So this is Jordan with PokeFuel, helping you fuel your obsession with Pokemon. And until next time, I will see you in the next video.